Hello everybody, Gail here. How are you today? I'm doing good. It is a rainy day here in the mountains, and personally I love rainy days, so I'm very happy. I'm here in the studio today to share some items I have put into my Etsy shop. And I've got some ephemera holders, and I've got some fabric tags that I'll show you at the end of this video. So since I've got quite a bit to show you, let's go ahead and get started. I do want to say thank you for stopping by. If you're a returning friend, then a warm welcome back, and if you're a new friend, then a warm welcome to you, and I hope you like what you see, and if you do, stick around and check everything out. So I'm going to put these aside, and I'm going to start with this one. Let me bring this back. These two right here are the same structurally. The images are different, and they are both a combination of digitals and authentic ephemera, and it varies from one to the other. And then this one is completely different from these two, and I will tell you about that when I'm done with these. So the images I have used in here are from Sweet Pea Curiosity. She's on Etsy, and she has some marvelous digitals, so check her out. This one is called the Vintage Flea Market Kit, I believe. I have wrapped it with a simple seam binding ribbon. I have put an eyelet in the front and an eyelet in the back, and by the way, this is the image on the back, and just wrapped the seam binding in that. So this is just an option. You can thread it through the eyelet if you wish, or you can just tie it around like I had it. On the cover, I have used a piece of vintage lace and an image from the kit. On the binding, I have added some beautiful lace. It is not vintage, but I feel like it has a vintage look to it. This one and this one were inspired by a YouTube channel called Spunky Misfit Girl. And what these are envelope pockets. I'm just going to call them ephemera envelope pockets, and I think she was inspired by someone else. I will try to remember to put the name of her channel in the description box below, and I will also list in the description box below the digitals that I used in the different kits. So size-wise, whoops, I forgot, size-wise, I don't remember. Some days I don't even remember my name. So it's about 8 and 3/8, sorry. And just shy of 4.5. It's between 4.5, 4.25 wide. And like I said, these were made with envelopes, and there are 4 envelopes in here, and each envelope is a pocket. On the inside of the cover, I have added a pocket, and then just added some vintage lace, and again, one of the images from the kit. And then this tag is one of the images from the kit. Is she not gorgeous? Gorgeous. And then here you can just see the inside cover. This has, each envelope has a flap on it. Like I said, there are 4 envelopes. Let's tuck that out of the way. And I have put some Velcro on each flap just to help keep them closed. And in this envelope, I have tucked some authentic ephemera. This is just an advertisement from an old magazine. I don't remember the date, but I think it was 1800s, late 1800s maybe. I don't remember. Then I have an authentic envelope with a letter see, yes, it was a letter, and it's actually written in pencil. It's from Merle, Melvin, and Donald. So, and let's see if I can tuck that back in there. I did add a little of my faux cello tape on the corner just to strengthen it. I have embossed one edge there and a little bit on this edge. And then I've also tucked in a vintage postcard, Grove Springs Hotel. I'm not going to try to pronounce the name. And there's no writing on the back, but it's vintage. Whoops, there's something else in here. I have added some vintage amusement park tickets. So I've tucked all that into that envelope. And then when you flip the page, excuse me, drink of water, I have a corner tuck. And a tag. This tag is in the kit. And then this flap opens. And inside here, what did I tuck in here? This is from, it's literary notices and poem. 1854. I have several. I should try and figure out what they call those things. I guess a magazine. We'll say magazine. Okay. Here's another one from a magazine. This is a Post Toasties advertisement. And this is dated 1913. So there's an ad on each side. And then this is from a 1700s French book. Whoops. Rag paper. So I've tucked anything else? Nope. I've tucked those, excuse me, inside the envelope. And then I've left this page blank. I just love this image, but you could certainly add anything you wanted there. Pocket, tuck, photo. In this envelope, let's see what I have tucked. Okay, this is a French, it's from a French magazine, and I don't see a date on it. Do I see a date on it? No, I don't. Something to do with electricity, apparently. And then I've got this vintage piece of paper. I thought I had a date, but it don't. I'm not sure. Grantors, married with a question mark, grantees, instrument, consideration with a $sign, date of instrument, date of acknowledgement, before whom, official title, residence, commission expires, filed, homestead and dower, granting words. So I would say it has maybe something to do with a deed. I don't know. Just a guess. And then I've got this vintage sheet music page. So that is what I have tucked in this envelope. I hope I'm not going too fast for you. I just want to get these done and not take forever. And then on this page, I have tucked another corner pocket. Isn't that pretty? I love that. I love China. And then this tag is in the kit. And then I tucked in just this little cellophane bag. And these are some of the images from the kit that I ended up not using. So I have tucked those into the bag. And let's see if I can tuck these back in here without taking forever. Okay. And then this last envelope, make sure I've got everything. Okay, let's see what we got in here. I have got some vintage, what is this? This is from a writing exercise book that I have. I don't remember, oh here it is, copyright 1905. I knew it was early 1900s, but I didn't remember the exact date. And then I just have some of my watercolor scribbles on a piece of vintage book page. I have tucked in this little page from an Edith Holden book, the month of April. And then I have added, again, some images that I had cut out and did not use from the kit. I'm just going to hold these up so you can see because they're so pretty. I love this. These look adorable. The hat might almost be bigger than her. If you love the flea market like I do, you're familiar with the look of flea market tables. All right, so I will neaten those up later. And then when you turn this over, again, I've left this page blank, and I have added one of her pockets and one of her beautiful tags. And this is a little piece of lace and a little dotted Swiss under there that I tea-dyed, and an image from the kit. This pocket is an image from the kit. Isn't that great? I love that. And so I just tucked that in there. And that is that particular kit. This one, it's made the same way. This one I did not put eyelets in it. I was experimenting. I didn't know which way I wanted to go, eyelets or not eyelets. So I've got one of each. And again, just some seam binding. I did put an eyelet in the back and threaded the seam binding through that. These images are from Paper Cameo, her Flora Bella kit. And then the images that I've used in here are a few. I've got some, let's see, Ruby and Pearl, one of her Vintage Ladies kits, the Artisans Shoppe, and Little Lady Paperie, her her vintage Polaroids. So those are the designers I used with the images, for the images. So when you open this one, again, I've added a pocket. This is one of the images from the Artisans Shoppe. I love this image. I think I've used this image before. And then on this envelope, and you know, these are all, you could journal on them if you like. You could add anything that you wanted to this area of these envelopes. I left them as they were, and leave that up to whoever owns these. Okay, the images inside, or the goodies inside. Again, another strip of the vintage tickets. We have a, I believe it's German. I think it's from a German magazine, but I'm not sure. It is blank on the back. I have a vintage envelope. It is English. It's going to Essex from Kent, and it is dated 1937. I have embossed one edge of it, and I've added some of my faux sellotape just to strengthen it. And there is no, let me double check myself. I don't think there's a letter in this one. No, because it's not all the way open. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Every time I start one of these videos, I start to lose my voice. And then we have a vintage postcard Mount Pleasant House in the White Mountains. So that is what is tucked into the first envelope. Second envelope, we've got another advertisement. I would say that's early 1900s, looking at the car. I don't see a date on it. And then another advertisement for flowers and seeds and plants. And again, I don't see a date on it. But looking at the prices, this would be, oh, here we go, 1884, spring 1884, so late 1800s. That was going to be my guess, late 1800s, early 1900s. And then we have another French book page. I've got a couple of French books from the 1700s, and again, rag paper. And then on this page, I have a corner pocket. This is one of the images in the kit, and I just cut around it and backed it with something a little stiffer, probably some cardstock, just to give it some strength. And then this is an image from the Artisans Shoppe, and I made that into a tag. I love her. I've used her before too. And I've just added some washi tape here. Let's see. In this envelope, we have, whoops, another vintage or antique ad. It is French. Do not see a date. Do I see a date? I do not see a date. Hydraulic press. Here's another one of those, I guess from a magazine. The Old Man to His Grandchild, a poem. 1854, I'm sorry, there's a date there. November 1854. I don't know what this is. Fleur de Celery, but it's in English. So it looks like a little, maybe a little story. And here's another one with the same name. I'll show it to you, because I'm sure I just slaughtered that name. So it must be, there was a story in the magazine. So I've tucked those in this envelope. And then in the last envelope, let's see, we have a vintage dictionary page. And I've just done some of my watercolor doodles. And here's another one of those papers that I think may have something to do with a deed or a land grant, I don't know. And another page from Edith Holden. Again, April. I must have had two of those. And then I've tucked in these images, so I will just show them to you one at a time because they're all beautiful. Those were from Artisans Shoppe. I think this is Ruby and Pearl. Not positive. This I know is Ruby and Pearl, as is this one. And then this is the vintage Polaroids from Little Lady Paperie. It was pretty. So, so pretty. And then this one. I'm not sure where this one's from. Could be the Artisans Shoppe. I like a lot of her images, so I have quite a few of them. Let's tuck these in. And then on the back page, excuse me, I need... So sorry. Just have a tuck spot. I like that. I just cut that out of a page on the kit. And I am not sure. It's either Ruby and Pearl or the Artisans Shoppe. And I made it into a tag. And then here I've added a pocket. And then this is the Artisans Shoppe. And this is the back. So that's the second envelope, ephemera envelope pocket book, whatever you want to call it. This one I made quite a while back, so I don't know all, I can't remember all the information. I'm going to try. This was something I had finished right before I lost the use of my hand, so it's been sitting there for a while waiting for this day. I have bound it with some chiffon ribbon. It is structured with a file folder. And I'm sorry, let's see. I was inspired by a couple different videos I saw, and I think one of them was Laurette at the Vintage Paper Girl to make this style of ephemera holder. So it's an ephemera holder and or journal. There's a little journal in there. And then there's some ephemera tucked into the back, so it can be used in whatever manner the new owner would choose. What I've done here is I've layered some different papers in an image. I've sewed around the image. This is Ruby and Pearl. I have done some texture embossing here, and this is a stained doily, paper doily underneath, and I have raised the, see if you can see it, the edge so it sits up off of the surface. I collaged the cover underneath this. I've collaged it with different images. Chapter 1, and I believe maybe Roxy Creations. I can't remember all of them. And then on the back there is a lace pocket. And this I have also collaged with different images. I should give you a close-up here, shouldn't I? And then what I've tucked in the lace pocket is, this is a vintage time card that I printed on, and I do know that's from chapter 1. And then I have these pink envelopes. I just love this color pink. So I tucked one of those in there. I have tucked in another envelope that has been embossed with some roses. It's just a plain cream colored envelope. And then this is another small cream colored envelope that I have embossed with a different pattern. And then this is a piece from one of my French books. It's rag paper, 1700s. Very strong paper. I'm not going to tuck those back in right now. I will just sit those over here. And then inside this pocket, there is a pocket here. Let me show it to you. There is a pocket here. And then I created this little journal. Again, chapter 1. Sorry, sip of water. And I have put some washi tape on the seam binding here, and I got a little piece of paper stuck in there. There we go. This is the back of the little journal. This might be one of my collage pages. I can't remember my own stuff. I told you, bad memory, bad. Okay, inside we have a pocket and a label. I think that's one of Sam Poole's French labels. And this I know is from one of my kits, this paper. And then what I tucked inside was I had some like tracing paper, but it's craft colored, that I printed. There is a strip of little some sheet music, a stained index card, and then this is just from a tiny little book I have from the 1800s. And then just a journaling card, or it could be made into a tag. This is one of my images from one of my kits. It's from an old cabinet card. And then this little image here. So I tucked all of those into this pocket. And again, I will put those in later, because you know I'm on camera, so I'll have a problem. Here I've added a little brown paper bag, and I've added an image. Let's see, this is from... I believe it's Vintage Scraps Craft. I believe that's the... yes, that's the designer in Etsy, on Etsy. A little washi tape, some book page, a little scrap of paper, some stamping. Inside the bag, what did I put? Oh, this is an embossed, like a little vellum bag. Trying to get it white so hard on camera. There you go. You can see it's been embossed with the pattern. And then I just tucked some images in. Oops, I think these are from Ruby and Pearl. This is an authentic little cigarette card. It's a cigarette or a tea card. John Player and Sons. That was cigarette card. And then this little fussy cut image I had. So I just tucked those into this bag. And then the pages, we've got some more rag paper from the French antique book, lace stained paper. Here I've added some grid paper with a pocket, one of the little Tim Holtz tiny thingies, clips, washi tape, and inside the pocket I have added translation card. I think it's Italian. Don't quote me. And a playing card, and then just another image, and a stained guest check. I will just leave those there. And then just some stained paper with a design on it. I just did a little stamp up there like a label. And here's some more of that. This from the front pocket. This was off of this piece. So, and another stained paper with a label. Another clip and some washi tape. And the clip is holding these items in this pocket. And what we have here is a heart from one of my kits, and I'm not sure who this is from. I'm gonna guess maybe Shabby Dabby Doodah, and this may be from Tina also. And then just a copy of it, looks like an old check maybe, and then this little scrap. I'll go back through these and make them neater in a moment, or when I'm done filming. And then another stamp. I think this is one of Sampool's newest stamp sets from Creative Expressions. Some more washi tape. more washi tape, and a label. Another little pocket, some more washi tape, and what we have in here are some small images. Some florals, look like stamps, large stamps, and some labels. This is the other side of that paper. Want to see them stamps, some washi. Looks like we have, yep, another pocket with a label and some washi. And in this pocket we have a sweet little heart image. Gosh, I hope I'm staying in frame, you guys. I apologize if I'm wandering. Little image, label, this is a label. Large label, I guess. Swans. And then just a blank tag. Let's slip back in there. And then in the back we have the other side of that paper bag. Let's see what I've tucked in here. That's it, okay. 2 blank tags. Another beautiful image, I believe from Ruby and Pearl. This is some kind of basic lesson 12, some kind of English lesson. And from a vintage magazine, I believe. So that's what is inside this bag. And then we have a pocket on the back with another label. Oh, and then one of Sam's stamps. And then we have another image of swans. Here is a, I can't tell the date, but this is a vintage envelope. I don't know if the camera's picking up, but it's kind of a pale, washed out blue. I was trying to figure out where it's going to. I think it's England. It's going to the vicarage. I think it's England. And let's see, does it have a letter? Yes, it has a letter in it, and I am not going to take it out. And then we have, looks like a dictionary page. Looks very old, and I'm not sure the language. Maybe French? Not positive. First I was going to say I thought it looked like German, but on closer inspection I think it might be French. If you hear a noise in the background, the rain just started coming down harder. I love it. And then some washi tape here. Let's see, over here I did add a strip of washi tape. So that is the little journal. Let me stick these here because this then sticks inside here. And I showed you what was in the pocket on the back. These items here. So that is the other journal slash ephemera holder, whatever you want to call it, thing. Thingy, my favorite word. I don't know what your favorite word is. Thingy seems to be mine. I'm also listing these 3 tags. These are fabric tags. I've created them on heavy-duty cardstock, so they're quite durable. They're quite durable. I have covered them with some gorgeous paper I got from Jennifer. Trace of Sparkle is her shop on Etsy, and when she puts her papers in there, I can never get them fast enough. That's how fast they go. But I did manage to score a package of these. it's hard to see it on this side because I've covered it all up with fabric. Fabric, lace, and appliques. There's 3 tags, and the image on each tag is from Little Lady Paperie, and that's her vintage Polaroid digitals. I absolutely love them. I've stamped each one with a sample stamp. On this one, I added a little paper flower. I have cut apart an applique and added that down here. Under that, I've got 2 layers of lace. And then the entire front of this tag, first I laid down lace on the entire piece and then started layering from there. I don't know, here you can see a little bit of the pattern from the paper. I have taken some my goodness, you guys. I've taken some dotted Swiss netting and tucked that under the image. The image is raised off of the surface a bit, just to distinguish it from the background. And then up here at the top, there is another layer of lace. Here you can see a little bit of the netting, but another layer of lace here, and then another part of an applique here. And these right here, these are part of this applique here. I love the way these turned out. And then I just used some white chiffon ribbon with nice frayed edges for a little topper. So that is that one. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to list these. I don't know if I'm going to put them all in one listing or I might do each listing separately. If I put them all in one listing, I'll put a number on them or something. Or a letter, I don't know. I don't normally do that. I probably will just list them separately. It's easier for me, I think, the way my brain works, which most days it doesn't work that well anymore. This one, I just love this image, this antique dress and lace and flower on a mannequin. Oh, I forgot to mention, I did add some little pearls down here. I've added some pearls at the top here. I have edged each image with a pink. It's a pink Distress Oxide pink, I think. Wait a minute, I can tell you. Yes, Distress Oxide. Worn lipstick. Again, I have covered the entire tag first with this very fine netting lace. And then I started layering another piece of the dotted Swiss, and that's two layers under the image. I've put a little vintage button down here. Some more of that applique cut apart. Here is another part of a different applique that I have cut apart and added on this side. Again, I've got 2 layers of lace on the bottom. I'm trying to show you there. So you've got 2 layers of lace on the bottom. This bottom one is a vintage lace, and the layer of lace on top is not. And again, white chiffon, frayed edges ribbon. I love these. And again, more of Jennifer's paper. I just wrapped it around on one edge. The last tag is very similar as far as how I structured it. I've covered the entire front with lace, and then I have cut apart appliques and attached them. Here's some along the side and some more applique at the bottom. The image has some pearls and another little vintage button. It's a pale pink. And then on this one, I have added some gathered netting and a little piece of lace here. And then that's the back. And I just love these. I absolutely love these. And if these sell and you guys like them, then I will probably make more. So anyway, that's it. I hope it wasn't too long. Gosh, you know, always trying to find a fine line. So, again, thank you for stopping by. You guys are great. I tell you that all the time because I mean it. So, I'm grateful. My heart's grateful. I feel blessed by each of you. I hope you all are well. I hope you stay well. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.